Hello, if anybody's there. I don't know where you are. Oh. So, we're going to be getting crafty. Going to be doing stuff now. What stuff is this that you're going to be doing, Dave? I have no idea. I'm just going to do something. I've kind of got a bit of an idea. But one has crazy ideas. Doesn't necessarily have the method of application. But anyway, we're going to have a play. So, I wanted to play with these. Had these for absolute ever. And they come with a little charging thing. So they're pigments. Now I've had these, like I say, for an eternity. And I wanted to play with them. And we're going to play with them because I want to. So, yeah. I've kind of got a little bit of a crazy idea, but I don't know how easy it will be to do. But and I don't know how I'm going to apply them. But they're pigments. They're glow-in-the-dark pigments. So this is green. This is blue. This is red. This is blue. Hang on, that's blue-green. Sorry, that's red. Sorry, that's red. That's blue. That's yellow-green. That's purple-red. That's yellow. That's purple. That's pink. That's orange-red. That's sky blue and orange. I think I was going to play with the yellow because I wanted to kind of do something very crazy. Oh, hi Jodie. I'm all right. I had a bit of a car incident yesterday, but I'm all right. Taxi driver pulled out in front of me, about 2 meters away from me. I had to slam my brakes on, swerve to avoid him, hit the curb, burst my tyre. Then, because I'd got my hazards on for so long, drained the battery, couldn't start it, had somebody, some of the local residents come out to see if I was all right. A nice family helped me change the wheel and jump started me. So that's like it was in total, it was from about 5:45 in the evening until I didn't get home until just after 1. So it was a considerable amount of time. So like 7 hours of trauma. Oh, hi Lee. Hi Leah, sorry. How you doing? But yeah, so 7.5 hours of trauma condensed into like 30 seconds. So I'm okay. Got a little bit of whiplash. I mean, airbags didn't go off or anything like that because it wasn't a high impact. But I literally hit the curb, mounted it, and burst my tyre. And the jolt of stopping and straining against your seat belt. So I've got a real pain over my right shoulder. Because obviously we sit on the right hand side, so it's our right shoulder that gets affected. You guys in America it's the left side that you would have to deal with. I said a left side. I didn't say Alexa, did I? Shut up and go away, Alexa. Blimey. Right, so just for all of those Alexas out there. Alexa! There you go. So sorry if I've set all yours off. So I'm not sorry, really. So anyway, that's what happened. So that's my trauma, like I say, condensed into a very small space of time. So I'm kind of trying to play it down a bit. I'm feeling a bit like I've got a bit of like flashback and that sort of thing. So it's, I mean, like, you know, I'll be fine. I'm all right. So I'm not a I try not to make too much of a drama out of things. But, you know, car's all now working again, and I been out in it the last couple of times, and it's fine. It seems to be driving okay. I'm definitely not one of these people that's going to be put off driving or anything like that. So what I was thinking is I wanted to make like a tag. No, Dave, don't just cut it, Dave. And I didn't want to miss this for you guys, so because I don't just do it for me, I do it for you. So you know, I wanted to make like a giant tag. Well, there's no measuring going on here, can you see? But I wanted it to. What I was thinking is I could. Don't lose that, Dave, because that's the thing that. I mean, like you can charge it with just a light bulb, but that's better. I wanted to make like a giant tag that was like either a window or a door with a window in it, and then the light coming through it, if you know what I mean. So, so yeah. So I need to make a door, I think. And I did have a door die. A door die? A door die? A door die. I did have a door die. Oh, blimey, that's even more. It sounds like I'm saying it wrong. I'm sure I'm not. A door die. Yeah, a door die. I did have a door die, but I don't. I did have a door die, but I don't. Well, it's not I don't. I just don't know where it is. So, so in actual fact, I don't. Then do I? Because I don't know where it is. So there's no measuring. I'm just gonna have a play. I don't know what I'm really doing. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. I'm just gonna have a play. Hopefully it'll turn out okay. Door die. What on earth is going on today? Am I stuck in some kind of like warp, like a warped reality? No, I don't. I think it's the wrong end. That's the end. I'm gonna make like a door, like a very traditional kind of. That might go in there. You know, Victorian style looking door. Good if you actually measured anything, Dave, but no, let's not bother with that. Go to about there. So I want to cut this bit off. So I can't show you what I'm going to do because I haven't done it yet. So you kind of just have to bear with me, and we'll just have a play together. It's a very long, thin door, isn't it? So it might be a bit big, maybe a bit long. It's proportionately, it does not look right. Let's go with that. Yeah, that's better. Right, okay. So I was thinking of having. I could maybe cut some panels for it. I could, couldn't I? Have some panels. I wonder if. I'm sure I had some circle dies, but oh god, Dave, these might have had them long time ago, but nobody knows where they bloom well are. Okay, so let's do this first. Okay, so I'm going to make them this long. So if you haven't got a clue what I'm doing, it's fine because neither have I. Join the club. I'm going to cut it to that length, which is an unknown and undisclosed length, and then I'm going to cut this one to the same length, which is also unknown and undisclosed. It's playing, oh, except for I've broken the thing. No, I haven't. If I had a third one, it might look better. Or do I go for just the two? Trying to make it look like a panelled door, if you know what I mean. This is going like, am I doing far too much to make? Am I going a bit over the top? Like my brain's now going, well, if it was a panelled door, surely the panels would be behind and like it'd be dropped back, and like then my brain's going, well, do you want to cut this out? And no, and my head's going, no, don't cut it out, Dave. It'll all go wrong. So I'm just leaving it as it is. I'd like this bit up here. So let's just put a line on it. I think I'm gonna paint over it, or I might like decoupage over it, If I go from there, find out how big that is. Right, you just have to bear with me because, like, you know, everything I'm doing is in my head at the moment. Well, it's like reality, really. It's all in my head. I'm going to go to there, I think. Is that 8.5? There is 8.5. Yeah, that's there. Okay, and then I'll do 8.5 here. But we're talking centimetres now. Sorry, folks, those of you that don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to put a little line across here. I was going to use a pencil, but I don't know where that's gone. That's AWOL, absent without leave. And then I'm going to use this. Oh, it's a right corker. So let's move that out of the way, Dave. You don't need that just at the minute. This is a circle thing, a thing for making circles. So, how big do I want this circle to be, Dave? How big's that? That's 6 centimetres. If I do that, then that's going to be 6 centimetres. And that's going to go all the way round. Do we want it to go all the way round? We kind of do. We're kind of going to have to because it's very hard to do any other way. I could do with having like a... Right. I don't know which... That's actually my tag. Don't cut that, Dave. Right. I'm just going to experiment. You know, you talk amongst yourselves, folks, and like that. I'm just going to have a bit of a play. I know this is off centre, but hey. And I think this locks it. Does that lock it? No, that's not the thing that locks it. So we go 6 centimetres. Oh, it's this bit at the back. That locks it in place. No. Does that lock that? Yeah, okay, right. Now we've got it. Right, let's just cut this out. Oh, hang on, wrong way round. That's the middle. And that's the cutty bit. Oh, except for it's not cutting very well. Oh, hang on, that's because you're taking it the wrong way round. The blade is going backwards, Dave. I'm sure you're supposed to turn the thing, not the paper. But hey, the paper's working for me. There we go, 6 centimetres. So a 6 centimetre circle. So if I had that, and then I used what was left to make the... I wanted like a thing. This is going to be far too complicated, Dave. This is just going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. I know it's going to be terrible, but my brain is still going to have to do it. I'm sorry, folks. So let's just go for this. So if I do the line there, spin it round, and I'm going to do like a line. Oh, that's a bit far over, isn't it? Oh, Dave. I'm going to line. A line there. And then do, now it's going to, looks like I'm doing something to do with Pokemon. I don't know anything about Pokemon really, but Christine that I work with does Pokemon, and Vic knows about Pokemon, and like I have no idea what they're talking about when they talk about Pokemon. So I just kind of smile and nod. So I've seen enough iconography to know it looks like a Pokemon thing. Okay, so, and then if I cut these bits out, I don't know why I'm pulling my sleeves up. So if I go, yeah, cut this bit out. Hang on, which bit have I just cut? That bit. And then do, sorry if my bonds is in the way. cut that bit out. And then cut that bit out. And this bit, so I'm trying to get like a crosshair type thing to put back into the circle. I mean, I know that's not cut out the door, but this is an experiment first because I've not ever done this before. So how is everyone? Are you kind of all doing your Christmas shopping and getting ready for the big day? And I mean, I know it's only the beginning of December, but trust me, folks, it will be here before you know it, and then it'll be over before you know it, and then we'll be all talking about spring. And I was supposed to be launching some new Christmas papers, but it's getting a bit close to Christmas. But I have not had the time to do everything. So that's like my very wonky crosshair. I was thinking if I put that back in there, it might not be that way around, but like that. Yeah, so if I put that back in there, then that will sit, and that will be like my window. What do you think? Let's go for that, Dave. Let's just do it. So I need to find the middle of this, whatever this is. So this is 8.5 by... So the middle of it this way is not an even number. Why the heck would it? Right, okay, I'm just going to try and make it more even. So I'm going to say that's... It might not be right bang in the middle, but we're going to say that's the middle. That's 5. And do the same there. Hopefully the cardboard is the same shape. We'll do that there. 5. So we're going to say that's the middle of there. And then we're going to do the middle of this, aren't we? So the middle of this is 8.5. So that's 4 1/3, which is not easy on this ruler because it's got paint all over it. Better. About there. Is that right? Is that what I'm doing? 4 1/3. Yeah, that's there, isn't it? Let's just make sure. 4 1/3 is about. And then just join those lines up, and then that's the middle. So that's the middle. Right, cool. There's my cutty thing, right. My cutty sark. So that's going to go in there. And we go clockwise with this. And again, we're going to push that right down, and we're going to turn the cardboard because it's easier. It's very quiet because I'm concentrating. Right, okay. I have to go round again. Oh, dog's grumbling at somebody as they're walking past. How dare they take their dog for a walk? It's just disgusting. Don't they know that this is Worcester's territory? There we go. So that's the middle, hopefully-ish, of the door that will have some panels at the bottom. And then we're going to have like a crosshair thing in the middle of there. Well, it's not in the middle, but shh. Just, if anybody asks, it's in the middle. But, you know, don't show them the lines because it doesn't actually line up. Oh, it kind of does. It's not brilliant, but it was built in the Victorian period. It's not bob-on accurate. And then that's going to be like that. Okay, so... So I can, you know. So, by the way, just in case you're wondering. So yes, I can. So, well, no, I've never been down one of them. It's all right. I think I'm funny. You don't have to agree. So what I want is I want to get some. This is gonna get messy. Dave's gonna get messy, and he hasn't got any gloves. Are there any around? I bet they're not. I bet they're downstairs. Oh heck. So I need some. You know when you're looking for something, you just can't see it. I don't want. I want. What's the stuff called? It's paint. It's acrylic paint. So I'm looking for acrylic paint. That's not that. So I've got alphabet numbers and adhesives. Tim Holtz distress stains, embossing powder and glitter, office stamps, Pebeo effects, silhouette mint, wooden stamps, pipe cleaners and paper straws, pegs, clips, cleats and clamps, pigments, gilding paints and 3D pearl paints, crackle paste, glue sticks and spare glue, brushes, sponges and pipettes, alcohol inks, playing cards and game cards, aqua tints, rubber stamps, alphanumerical dimensions, embossing powders, washi tape, clear stamps, traditional ink pads, dyes to sort. Oh, that might be where the where the door dye was. The door dye. The door dye don't. Substrate, dimensional embellishments. Where the heck is adhesive tapes and pads? That's not it either. I've got a box for everything in it, everything in its place, but I don't know where the. Oh my gosh! Last box I came to, there it is. So, what colour should we paint the door? Now, do we want to go black? Do we want to go for like a deep navy blue, or a kind of a French blue, or do we go red, a brilliant red, or do we go for that like kind of Victorian dark green? I don't know what colour to paint it. So let's see what we've got. Acrylic paint, so that's blue of some kind. That's a bit bright, though, and that's definitely a bit bright. We've got some green. There's some of that dark green. That's more green. We seem to have a lot of green. Yellow. Don't want a yellow door. I want it to kind of look that kind of a traditional. I mean, black would be good, but I don't actually think I've got any black, to be fair. So there seems to be a lot of green. Do you think this is the universe telling me something? Blue. Jodie wants blue. So, and then I want it to be dark blue. See, they're all. Is that blue? That can't be the same as that, surely. It's 504 and 512. Ultramarine and cobalt. They look both the same to me. So. If I'm having a dark blue, I want a dark blue. You see, that's quite a French blue, isn't it? Bright blue. What's this one? Ultramarine blue. There's a purple blue. Well, it's a purpley blue, isn't it? A bluey purple, is it? Oh, regal purple. It's purple. Purple schmurple. What's this? Ultramarine blue. Blimey. There's a lot of ultramarine blue in here. This is fluorescent acrylic paint. Don't think. Oh, that's fluorescent. I don't want to put them on. We're going to be doing some other fluorescent things. You see, that's more like the blue. If I'm going to have a blue, that's the blue that I want. See, I've got glittery black, but I don't have black. What's that? Another blue. Is it that I'm only finding blue because that's what I'm looking for? No, because normally that doesn't work, does it? You know what the universe is like. It doesn't like us. It doesn't agree with us. So, like, normally when we're looking for things, there's a bit of black. I could make it more dark blue, couldn't I? I just don't know whether I've got enough with just that one thing. Ultramarine. What colour's that? No, no, it's not that. Fat. I. What's P? What the heck? PHTHAOL blue. No, it's not even that. PHTHALO blue. What the? How the hell do you say that? Not for the verbally challenged like myself. So that's the entirety of my blues. They're green, Dave. Oh no, it's not the entirety of my blues. There's another blue here. Literally, it's just fallen out. It's blue. Who? Who? Blue. Blue. You. Blue. 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 Mr. Blue Sky. Honestly, Dave, you literally, you do not need all this acrylic paint. You never do anything with it. Well, you do when you do a bit of jelly plating, but we're not jelly plating today. Right. They can go there. They're just on the floor. So when I turn around to leave, I'll fall over them. That's not why they're there, but that's what will happen. I'm just letting you know. So I need to glue these on so that they're in place. Then we'll mix some paint so we've got the colour that we want. And we're going to have that like that. And then I thought we could use like a brass fastener brad thing, like a doorknob. I don't know. We'll have a look when we get there. So, right. So we've established that this is the middle because we've measured it before. So I'm going to use that same line and bring it down. Move that out of the way because that's going to get damaged. Can always hang a nice wreath on it. On the door, that's what I mean. I don't know. If in case you don't know what I'm talking about, then join the rest of the world. They don't either. So that's the middle. And so the middle of them is another unknown number that's not easy to equate. So we'll do that and we'll say it's there. And the middle of there is equally difficult there. Do that, bring that down and do this. I can just blame Victorian times if it's not straight. Their measurement, they didn't have perfect measurements then, did they? I've got a Victorian house. It's wonky. I have a lot of wonkiness in my house. Door frames, windows, architrave. It's all wonky. I don't know whether that's time that's made it wonky or whether it was designed to be wonky. So they're going to go in there. So that's going to be the middle. And if we find the middle of them... No, Dave, you had the thing around the right way in the first place. Yeah, they're a similar size. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so the middle of them is... I didn't do that, did I? Do it there. If we say it's like the middle of there, we'll do that. And we'll put this on this end, and do the middle of that. So I have to say, I'm kind of finished on Christmas shopping. Not food, obviously, but on presents. When I say I'm finished, that doesn't mean to say I won't buy any more. It just means that I wouldn't have to buy any more if I didn't need to. What if I didn't want to? I don't need to at all. So we're going to have those in there, and then we're going to eyeball it up top and bottom. So, let's glue this down. Apparently, Jodie is a little wonky after a few cocktails, so wonky's good, you know. I buy vegetables that are called wonky, so like, you know, the ones that are, they're supposed to be, I don't know any difference, can't tell. When you buy a wonky potato, I can't tell that all potatoes are wonky, aren't they? They don't grow perfectly spherical or oval or whatever, but for some reason people don't. Oh my gosh, that's not very good, Dave. Yeah. For some reason people reject wonky vegetables. It's like I will be buying a Christmas tree and I'll have a wonky Christmas tree. I'll have the one that other people don't want. In fact, I need the one that other people don't want because I want the one that goes flat against the wall. You know, and it's got to have a few bare branches at the back so that it pushes against the wall a bit easier. So, and I always have a real tree. Because, well, why? Because I do. I don't. I don't. You know, not saying this to offend anybody, but I don't like artificial trees. They look artificial because they are the perfect cone shape, and trees don't grow like that. They grow a bit wonky, and I'm a wonky person, so I like the wonky things. The other thing I thought I might do is, how good is that if I do that? So if I make a mess, you're just going to have to bear with me because I can't explain what I'm doing. I wanted to see if I can make a frame for that. And I thought if I make it like there, make it 7. That's going to be it. Dave, that's wrong. You're not pressing that down right, are you? So if I make that 7, is that going to be too big? That's going to make... Oh, I can't... Actually, I don't know whether I can't do that. I should have done that first. Shouldn't I? So if I had that, let's say that's the middle. Kind of line it up so it feels like the middle. If I did that, is that going to be... the frame going to be too big? Too chunky? I think it might be. Let's go down a bit then. Let's go to 6.5. Yeah, let's go 6.5. Right, okay. So if I do this first. Which way? Oh no, that's the middle now. This is the middle. Somebody needs to remind me that the red thing is the middle one. So I'm going to go all the way around. This might just turn into a big, ugly mess. But, you know, it's no more ugly, messier than I am. So that was 6.5. And then go back down to 6. Do that. And put that back in there. Oh, that's very, very thin. Do you think I can do that without taking my fingers off or losing the will to live? Or tearing it, more to the point, is the issue that I'm thinking of. Okay, so we've got this frame. Is that any good? If I put that on there, does that look like it should be there? Oh yeah, it doesn't look too bad, does it? Right, I'm going to try this other glue, because that one's being a pain in the bottom. This one's being a pain in the bottom as well, because it's not coming out. Come on, folks, you know, play the game. Just behave. Right. Let's go. All the way round. what I'm planning to do is this is going to be a tag. It's going to be a lot of work for a tag, I realise, but you know, I've got two very special people in my life, so it'd be worth it. And you know, I might, if it works out, I might make one for my mum for when I take the presents down to her when I go and see her. That's not going to be until after Christmas though, so. But you know, it'll be a nice, if it works, this is it. So I'm putting all this work in, and that luminous paint might not even work. It's not even paint, it's pigment. It's powder. I've got to add it to something, and I'm not sure what I'm adding it to. Thought about doing some glue, or I could use some glossy accents, and that would look like a window pane. Good thinking, Dave. Right, okay, so now this is going to be the crosshair in it. So it's going to go in there. Does it look terrible? I don't know. Maybe I need to paint it. I'm kind of don't know whether I feel like I'm. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Somebody tell me. Somebody needs to slap me. I know that if I say that somebody needs to slap me, there'd be a big queue formed outside the door. I realise that. So I was thinking like about one of these for a knob. I don't know if that's too big. Can you have too big a knob? Yeah, that's too small. We can go for that then. That'll be its knob. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, let's move some space. Make some space. Move some things back. Okay. So there's one thing missing from it. It wouldn't be missing in any other part. Well, no, in America it wouldn't be missing, but in the UK it's definitely missing. We don't have a letterbox. We need a letterbox. Oh, Dave, everything has to be just overcomplicated, doesn't it? So if we say it's going to be 4 inches wide. No, centimetres wide, Dave, that's not inches. Should have put this on before I did the other bit. Yeah, and we say a centimetre wide. That means that's the top. That's the bottom. 2 centimetre there. Bottom, top. Centimetre here. That where that, yeah. Bottom, top. Okay, so if I then join those lines up, it wouldn't look like a UK door if it didn't have a letterbox on it. So and then that needs going to need a frame, isn't it? So we're going to need to do the same for this. So, I know this is getting too complicated now. I know. I'd like to say I'm sorry, but it's happening. So you kind of just have to go with it now. We've made the bed. We're going to lie in it. Okay, so that's. Why is that not opening and closing properly? So, and then we want to make this a centimetre wide. That's a centimetre. I can't hold it though. How am I supposed to hold that in place when I put this down? That's a centimetre. Is that going to fit on there? Oh my gosh, it actually fits. Oh my gosh. So then I need to cut out a middle bit of it. Oh, Dave, you just make things so complicated. Where's my ruler gone? There. That's where my ruler's gone. Oh no, Dave. Oh no. No, no, no. If you're going to do this, you're going to do it right. It's going to look right, at least. Might not do it right, but let's make it look right. There. There. And, you know, I realise that this is a thing very peculiar to... Well, I don't know whether it's peculiar to us in the UK. I don't know whether only the UK has letterboxes. I'm sure there must be other parts of the world that do. But they're probably peculiar to those people that watch, because you guys live in America and you probably have a letter post thing at the end of your street, or at the end of the street, I mean at the end of your road, or not road, drive. That's what I'm talking about. The end of your property. But here we don't. We have, I don't know what happens in Australia and New Zealand and Canada, and in fact I don't actually, it's really weird because I've watched so much American TV. I know what an American postbox looks like, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what an Australian one, or a Canadian one, or a New Zealand one looks like. Oops. Oh, Dave, you nearly went through. I don't know whether you did. You might have gone all the way through, but never mind. You won't see it when I've put it on. So not a lot of talking today because I'm trying to concentrate. So I'm very sorry. You've tuned in for the conversation. The conversation is lacking today. There we go. That's our little frame for the letterbox. And then we can have... We'll leave that on because, like, they have a flap on them anyway, so like they don't let the draft in. So that can go around there. That'll look right, and then we have the handle for the door. This is getting very complicated. That's going to go up here somewhere. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I don't know why it has to be on that side. It's, you know, it could be on that side. I just think aesthetically the door handle should be there. Dave, shut up. So there's a lot going on at the minute. Right, okay. What I need now is I need some gold paint. I don't know whether I've got any of that. Just bear with me. Bear with. Hold that thought. It's all going to come out now. Hang on. Where did I put that? That's there. Don't lose that. I'm sure I had something. That's not gold, is it? No. What's this? Old penny. I've heard about her, old penny. She keeps turning up. What's this? Metallic bronze. Bodes well because I found some metallic, so that says that I must have something. Metallic old gold. Metallic pearl. Metallic black. Metallic silver. And I think that's it. I've exhausted the metallics. Right, okay. Come back. It's an interesting colour, isn't it? Turquoise green. Right, we're not going to use the old penny. No, we're not going to use that either. So, metallic old gold. Let's see what this turn looks like. Okay, so do I have a brush? I need a brush. Anita Brush. I don't know who she is. What's your name? Anita Brush. See, there's something. There's going to be a something over here. There's got to be something. Got to be a paintbrush that isn't stiff. Well, I say there's got to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be. Maybe that. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't need you quite as often as I should have. Little things I should have said and done. I never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Tell me. Shut up, Dave. Shut up, Dave. Give it a rest for 5 minutes. Okay, gonna make a little paint dish out of this because I had to cut this up for something else. I don't know what I cut it up for. It was I cut something out of it, and I can't think why I cut a piece out of it. Anyway, we're going to use it. Use it as a little paint thing because we can. Although, what might be a good idea, Dave, give this a whirl. Oh, sorry, folks, just throw things off the wall. I'm being a bit off the wall here because literally this has just come off the wall. I'm going to put a bit of double-sided tape on it so it doesn't keep moving around when I try and dip my brush in it. Maybe this needs a bit of a shake. I can't tell whether it's moving or not. So. Ba, 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 la, la, la. We have a real tree too. Haha, Dave, you are special to me. It looks good, Dave. Then Judy retracted a message. Do, do, do. They are not all at the end of the driveway. I have a box hanging outside our front door. Okay. We also have them like you. Hi, Joe. Welcome to the madhouse. I'm trying to create something that is probably unachievable. I don't know whether this is going to even look like metallic gold, is it? So it's just going to be a big honking mess. But never mind. So I'm going to paint the background for my letterbox, and whether it turns out to be gold, who knows? Oh, actually, no. Maybe I should wait that. Maybe I should paint that after I've painted the rest of it red. Right, for the time being, I'm going to put this on here and just paint this. Gold. It's not going to look very metallic. It's not going to be like a high gloss kind of finish, but you know, it's going to look old, I guess. So hopefully it'll look old. Victorian we need it to look. Oh, Dave. It's painting tiny things, not for people with fat fingers like you. I guess I should have primed it, shouldn't I? Really. Could have painted it a different, like white or something, to prime it. Let's move it. No. 50-50 chance which side was it going to fall on. Guess where it was going to fall. So it needs to dry a bit before I put another layer on. So I'm going to leave that over there. So this needs to be painted red. No, we're not going red, are we? We're going blue. We didn't decide. The world chose blue, as in Jodie said blue, and then all I could find was blue in my acrylic paint. So we're going to go for a blue. Now, do I want to stick this on first before? Yes, let's stick this crosshair thing in somehow. How am I going to do that? I need to have couple of very thin strips of this. So if you've joined us, Joe, and you haven't got a clue what's going on, don't worry. I don't think anybody really here knows what I'm doing, including myself. So I'm going to use these as like little braces, not the ones that go on your teeth, obviously. For the back of these, it should hold it in place. I can always then remove it. I don't want it to be in the background, but I need it to be in the right place while I paint it. You know what I mean? Kind of need to anchor it while I paint it so it doesn't keep wobbling around and moving. So let's just put the 2 on. We don't need 4. I was going to go with 4, but I don't need 4. Just hold those in place like that. And then when we flip it over, it's fine. Yes, much better. Okay. Right, get the scissors out of the way. Get your sleeves rolled up. Ideally, get a pair of gloves. Yeah, so like with all the best plans, Dave, you don't have any. Do you? Do you? Oh, no, tell a lie. I do. I have a couple of pairs of gloves. Because I know that I'm going to get right 2 and 8 state. So put the gloves on. Like we're going to go in for surgery. What on earth is on there? Ugh. Oh no, that was one of the gloves I wore last week. That's why. Dr. Dave is in the house. Oh no, I always wanted to do the pling, you know, but it's the wrong type of gloves. These, I don't wear latex gloves. I prefer these. I don't like the feel of latex gloves. I'm not allergic. I just don't like the feel. There you go. That's the other one I was looking for. So we're going to have blue, and we need to make a blue that we like. We could do with having a palette to make it on. Maybe I should have used this. Maybe I didn't need you. Shut up! Stop singing that every time you say maybe anything. Right, that's going to be the palette for the gold. This is going to have its bottom cleaned. I beg your pardon. Yes, you know what I mean. The bottom of it is going to get cleaned. There we go. So now I can put some other colour in there without it getting, shouldn't get adulterated by it, but you know, it's better than it was. So there we go. So we're gonna try and get us a nice. Oh, Dave, just put that on your shirt. Where was the one that I wanted? I pulled one out and I said that's it. That's more like the colour I would like. So I don't know whether I've got enough of this. Let's go with that and see whether I can paint the whole of it. I might not have to mix anything. So you took the whole of the moon. Do I need to paint this first? Should I prime it with something? Should I prime it with some? No, because it's no. Let's just paint it first, Dave. Let's just paint it and see what happens. We might have to go over it again. I think we probably will. But I want it to be. This is not how I paint my front door, because I've got a UPVC one, so I don't have to paint it at all. But no, I'd love a real proper Victorian door, but I mean, like buying a normal door is expensive enough. They're like, well, I had a quote for a new door, and it was going to cost like £1,500. £1,500 for just a standard door. So, guess what? That didn't happen. Still got the horrible UPVC one that was on the house when I bought it. So, I've got to say, this is nice paint. I'm just hoping there's enough of it. Going on nicely. It's smooth. So I don't know who this is by. Art creation. Can't actually read what that says. So it's by the person that, well, the company that makes it, that prints it so small that you can't actually read who it's by. So I mean, like, this is only the first coat, so it doesn't have to be really perfect. I want to get its smoothness perfect, but it doesn't have to be. It can be patchy, is what I mean. So. Just paint this in as well. Make sure I can't see any of the cardboard from the edges. So like I say, this is going to be a very over-the-top tag, and probably not something I would make a lot of, but you know, I want to try and make some nice special ones. Like both Brian and Vic have got some nice, very special presents that I've bought them. So I'd like to give those presents with the really nice tags on, and those are the tags that I made the other week, can go on the other stuff, because they're also nice, but I just want to, you know, I just want to, that's what I mean. Catch the edges of this. So I'm obviously not going to round the corners of this, because this is a door and they don't have rounded corners. Well, unless you live in a hobbit's house, and then they've probably got a round door, so the limited knowledge I have of hobbits. So I want the colour to look like it goes all the way round, so it doesn't like stand out like a sore thumb. And the same with these, like any of these crosshairs that I can see. Any kind of brown cardboard. I can see, definitely see lots of brown cardboard on that one. There we go, and all the way around the inside of the thing. Oh, Dave, just dip your whole paintbrush in that, why don't you? They say we're young and we don't know. I don't know the rest of the. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Don't sing that high. Okay, let's see if we can put some more layer on it now. Nice colour. Never had a blue door. When I did have a colourful door, I had an orange one, and then I had it black. Never had a blue one. I always go for black. I always go for black because I think it looks timeless and classic. But blue is also very chic, isn't it? Hopefully there's enough. Please be enough paint for this door, this one door. Don't push your glasses up with your finger, Dave, because then you get paint all over your glasses and your finger and the bridge of your nose and everywhere. Oh, I've ordered some new glasses. I don't know whether I said that before, but I have. They were in the Black Friday sale, so it was the half price on lenses and frames. So I think we should get glasses given to us, because it's not my fault my eyesight isn't good, and people who have perfect eyesight don't have to worry about it, so they don't have that cost. So my glasses, because I have varifocals, my glasses can cost upwards of £300, which I do not have. And luckily I got these in the half price sale, where it was half price on lenses and frames. Normally when they say half price, it's only on the frames that are half price, but it was lenses and frames. So I got the lenses half price. So I've had varifocals with the widest spectrum, which I don't normally have because I can't normally afford it, because it's a lot of money. And I've had scratch resistant. I always have scratch resistant, although to be fair, I can't really tell, because they still get scratched. And what else was there? Scratch resistant, widest field of view on the varifocals. The blue light eliminator thing, because I use a lot of computers, so it's and I need to. I've just thought I get £80 back. I could have that back. I get £80 back from my work insurance. They pay for us to have like some very basic health insurance, but I get £80 back from my glasses for that, so I might as well claim that. It's £80 in my pocket and not in theirs. Oh, stop doing that, Dave. I think I need to let that coat dry this time before I do any more to it. Trying to make the paint go, the brush go in the same direction all the way, so you don't see the lines so much. So there we go. That's the door as it is at the minute. Okay, so we've painted the letterbox. So let's see if that needs another coat. It will do. So we'll just put another coat on here. It's better to do more coats than to try and, oh Dave, every time 50-50 it could land whichever way. It has to land upside down. Don't. Yeah, it's better to apply more coats than to try and apply thick coats. It's not the same with when you're painting an actual door. Although I quite like the lines in it, because it makes it look like grain, like wood grain. So I'm going for a bit of a dry. Don't know what's... Oh, blimey, I've literally turned away for 5 minutes. Well, no, I've been turned away for a while. So, and there's been so much said. Hi Joe, hi Dave, howdy everyone. Lovely's Crafting Lodge, hello. Joe, hello. Jodie, hello. Leah, hello. Angela, hello. Jania, sorry. I know I said it right once, and I don't know, I've said it wrong every other time, I think. Jania, I think. So, oh, sorry, Angela had a rough week. Hello, Dave and friends. I really needed this today. It's been a long, tough week. I hope you're all getting well. I hope you all are well and crafting away. Hugs. Yeah, it's been a bit of a tough week for me too. So those of you that follow me on Facebook will know that I had a car incident on Friday. I was driving home from work, and it's a sin. No, it's not a sin. Of course, is it, Dave? Let's see if I can do something. Let's see if I can. I'll draw you a picture. Don't draw pictures very often, so like. So there's a road that I drive down that has a slip road that comes off it. Okay, so this is a two-way road, and there's a give-way bit here. Okay, and then this is just a road that comes all the way round. So I was driving along here, and I got to about here, and there was a taxi waiting to pull out here. And bearing in mind that this is my right of way, and this is a 30-mile-an-hour stretch, I'd slowed down to about 25 to go round the bend, and he was 2 meters away and pulled out in front of me. So I drove and reacted and had to swerve to avoid him and hit the curb here and mounted the curb, just missing a lamppost, hit the curb, burst my tyre. He didn't even stop, he didn't apologise, he didn't put his hand up, he didn't put his blinkers on. I kind of didn't know what to do. I mean, like, there was no, I'd got out of the car, there was no sign of any issues, but what it was is the cast from the lamppost was casting a shadow on my wheel. So then I drove up, and there's some temporary traffic lights here because they're doing some works, and I drove up, and the taxi was about here, and I drove up behind him, and I was flashing my lights, and he just did not respond. Then when it comes, so the end of this road does this, and all the cars went that way, and he was the only one that turned this way of all of us that went through the traffic. And then I pulled over a bit further down here to see what, because my car didn't feel right, and burst my tyre. And so anyway, when I rang the police and they said, oh, we can't see anybody that was on that road. Literally, they must have. I rang them. They called me back within 10 minutes. We've done an investigation. Well, I don't know what kind of investigation you've done, because it was only happened, like, I only called you about 10 minutes ago. Anyway, so I was a bit shaken up. My car doesn't carry a spare. It's one of those ones where you've got that silly foam in it that you're supposed to plump into the tyre. I'd got damage to my sidewall, and so there's not really much you can do with the tyre then. So I did have a spare tyre, a spare wheel at home, just because something during the pandemic, something happened. I thought I needed to change my wheel. It turned out I didn't need to change my wheel. It was just that the sealant on my tyre hadn't been applied, so therefore my tyre kept going down. Anyway, so I'd got this spare wheel, but it was at home. So Brian then had to come here, get a taxi to bring the wheel to me. Then it was dark. Then some of the neighbours came out from the street that I was on, and came out to see if I was okay. And so this lovely couple called, his name was Paul and her name was Lisa, came out and said, are you all right? Do you need any help? And I said, I was having a bit of a meltdown at this point. So I said, I'm really sorry. I managed to say I'm autistic, and like I might be acting a bit weird, is all I could say. But then anyway, they said, do you want a drink? And they went and got me a can of Diet Coke from their fridge and some Ferrero Rocher, and anyway, it turns out that, so then Brian arrived with the tyre, and this guy called Paul, he changed my my tyre for me, my wheel for me, and because my car had been stopped and had the hazards on, and I'd been obviously called the police from my car, and all of that together had drained my battery. So I couldn't start my car. So then Paul's son came, who's grown up son, called Martin came to my rescue because he'd got a diesel car as well and jump started my car. So without them, honestly, I wouldn't. I mean, like, then I had to take it for a spin on the motorway to charge my battery, and didn't. So, like, bearing in mind, I was driving home from work. I didn't get home until about 1:15, so I'd been out for like 7.5 hours after leaving work. That I'd been at work for 9 hours, so it was a bit of a traumatic and long day. I did get a bit of pain. I guess it's a little bit of whiplash from when I hit the curb. My airbags didn't go off because I wasn't doing high enough speed and it wasn't a big enough bump, but it was enough to jar me against the seat belt. Never had an accident before, so you don't kind of know what to expect. I don't recommend them, but so I've got on my right shoulder is a bit painful from where the seatbelt jarred me, and it kind of caught my neck. So I've got a bit of a crick in my neck. So, and it's my right shoulder because we drive on the right in the UK. So, because somebody said to me, well, if that was it, why it wouldn't have done that because it would be your left. And no, they were talking about themselves. They were, because they live in America, so they drive on the other side. So anyway, that's kind of over-explained it, but like, you're welcome. Always one for a bit of over-explanation. I think I over-explained everything to the police as well and gave them so much fine, minute detail. And yet, I caught the driver's registration plate. Well, the first 4 letters of it, I could see what colour the car was, and I could see what make it was. Gave them all of that, and they said, we can't find any record. There isn't enough information. Did you get a description of the driver? No, because he didn't get out. So, well, we can't really do anything, is what they said. So they weren't interested in the slightest. In fact, when I rang the first response unit, she was really, I said I was agitated because I get to the point where I can't articulate and speak properly. So anyway, I said, I'm autistic. You have to bear with me. It will take me some time. And so she was very good. And then she said, what I'll do is I'll get one of the officers to give you a call back to reassure you and to kind of just go through what the next steps are and take some more information from you. And the guy that rang me spoke to me like I was a village idiot. Bearing in mind, I can drive, so I'm clearly not a village idiot, am I? And he was also very dismissive. He says, so do you have breakdown recovery? No, I don't. Well, why not? Because I don't, because I can't afford it. And I've never broken down before. So he said, well, it'd be really useful now. Well, yes, I know that, but that's hindsight. I don't have... And then I said, about this is before Paul and Lisa came to my rescue. And so he said, well, it'd be really useful now. And yeah, well, I don't have it, do I? And then he said, I said about like my tyre and I'm waiting. He says, well, it's just a car, just leave it where it is and get a taxi home. I can't afford to get a taxi home. So he said, I said, I'll need to find out if it's done any damage to my car. He says, well, everything's repairable. And if it isn't repairable, just buy a new one. That's not helpful. He might be able to afford a new car. I can't. So I've had to have a new battery, which it's only costing me £100, but I've had to ask my mum for the money. So because I don't have £100, I literally live like, on the edge of everything. So, and there's only me paying money out. So I run a household and there's only my wages. So anyway, that's what happened. So I was a bit shaken up, a bit I've had a little bit of, I haven't, it hasn't stopped me driving. I love driving. Nothing will stop me driving. That's my happy space. But I've been having a few bits of PTSD. So, episodes of PTSD, not bits of PTSD. It's not like my PTSD has fallen apart. So I've been having a few issues with PTSD. So and flashbacks, but literally he was 2 meters, which is approximately it's about, I don't know, 10 foot away from me. He pulled out in front of me when I was doing 30 miles an hour, and he literally did not give a damn. He didn't care if he'd caused an accident. He didn't care what had happened to anybody else. And the upshot of that is I'm definitely going to get a dash cam. So come the new year, January sales, I'm going to have a look at getting a dash cam, because driving is just getting appalling. And then coming home today, somebody just decided they were going to turn right in front of me. So across the carriageway, right in front of me, turning right, didn't care, didn't look, there was a car in front of me. They had to brake, I had to brake so that this idiot could turn. And then when I was parking in Tesco's, I was 2 times I was reversing into a space and somebody else just drove into it while I was reversing into it. That happened twice in that car park. So anyway, so that's it. So anyway, so that's where I am. So I just thought I'd kind of catch you up on those things. So hang on, show what? So I can't show. Oh, I can. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry, had a rough week, Angela. So yeah, very busy. What we're doing. Sounds awful, Dave. Must have been a real shake. Must have really shaken you. Thankfully, you are okay. Sounds like a good reason for Vic to give you a massage. That's a very good thing. I need to get Vic to give me a massage. Well thought. Never thought of that. So, yeah, get him to give me a massage. So, how do you think the door's looking? Is it looking okay? So, yeah. Anyway, so the battery's costing me £100. So, so I'm having that done, and I'll get them to check it out for anything else if it's done any other damage. I'm, touch wood, it hasn't, because I just don't have the money. So I don't have the, it's this time of year as well. The spare money that I did have, I've spent on other people. So like you do, and I wasn't predicting an accident because I've never had one. So. And I don't know whether people do predict them. And if they do, then maybe the driving needs to be reassessed. So there we go. That's the door. We need to do a little bit of... Hopefully this is not wet. Just wipe my hands on something before I pick that up. Wipe my hands on this dirty cloth. And then... hopefully we can put this on, and this will look like the letterbox. So I'm hoping this is going to go on here. Well, I'm hoping. I know it's going to go on here. But I need to then paint underneath it. So it's going to go... That's the problem now. I've painted over all my lines, so I can't really tell where it's going. So it's going to go about there. No, that's a pen. Don't try and paint with a pen. So if I don't know how I'm going to do this. It's very tense, isn't it? What I need is my little tongy things. Where are my tongs? Oh, where are my tongs? No idea. Why? 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 Oh, why? Oh, why? What? Can't I find the tongs? Oh, what are they? Is that them? Yes, it is. Going to pick that up with this. Gently, gently. Like that. No, that's blue, Dave. That's completely the wrong thing to do it with. Sorry, I've gone quiet. You have to talk amongst yourselves. I'm just trying to do a straight line with a paintbrush. It's not a straight line, but a straightish line with a paintbrush. So I've got my tongue out. So just want it to look a little bit more silver, not silvery, because this is not silver, is it, Dave? This is gold. So yeah, somebody I know had done something with a star at using those glow-in-the-dark pigments. And he sent me it, and I was like, "Oh wow, where did you get those from?" And then I thought, "Hang on a minute, I've got some of them." Oh no, I think he used paint, and I've got pigment. So I thought I could do something with like, what's it called? Put some glue with it to kind of get the look I want. So, you know, if I use some glue, then the glue will dry translucent. Or I could use some glossy accents, and the glue will dry translucent. And then that way, then I can have like this glow from behind the window. I mean, it might look terrible. You might think the door looks terrible, to be fair. You probably think, like, it looks like a 5-year-old's done it. But, you know, but that still needs to be a bit more. It needs to be a bit bigger. Its footprint needs to be a little bit bigger. But not too big, because we don't want it to show beyond the frame. I always thought people were dead posh if they had a sideways letterbox. So some people would have them mounted like lower down sideways on their posh door frame. So strange, the things that you associate with being, you know, posh. I was a lot younger, so, and I was very much interested in people's status and that sort of thing when I was younger. But I don't care now. You don't impress me. That don't impress me much. But I'm not whatever her name is, Shania Twain. Yeah, I don't know whether I like this paint, but it's doing the job. So it was only cheap, so, and I've had it for ages, this paint. So let's just get that loop of paint out of there. Cool. Okay, so let's just have a look and see what that looks like in there. Oh, that's not too bad, is it? No. Okay, let's get it stuck down, Dave, before anything else happens. So, in fact, this needs to be readjusted because it's just mashing into the frame. Maybe do it like, no, not like that. Do it like that. Like that. Perfect. Come on, glue. Come on, glue, you can do it. We all believe in you. too much. We want little beads, thank you. Micro beads of glue. No, don't do that, Dave. Put this on here. Oh, talk about wobbly hands. We weren't talking about wobbly hands, but we are now. Oh, that's not one. That's not straight at all, is it, Dave? It's better. It's not perfect, I know, but it's better. Perfect. Well, but it's not perfect, but perfect for me. It's fine. So what I thought then was this for the doorknob. So thought about having this as the doorknob. I don't really want to. Will it look? I might paint that like this with this colour, and then it doesn't look quite so silly. It looks like the same colour then. Do you know what I mean? This is too shiny. Needs to be matted down. Just put a bit of paint on the top of this. So the whole point of the door, so Joe has asked what's going on behind the door. The door is going to be a tag. And behind the window of the door is going to be some luminous, no, is it luminous? What's it called? This stuff. Glow in the dark pigment. We're going to have like a light shining from behind the door. And it's turning into an epic thing because my brain's now going, well, it needs you need to have a wreath on it, and you need to have, so like, in what timeline all of these things are going to happen, I'm not quite sure, but that's how my brain's working at this very moment in time, so just so you're aware. I don't know how well this will stick to this, because I've never painted a hat. That's very hot, Dave. That's good idea, Dave. Oh, it's blistering now. That's the problem. You've got it too hot. Stick it back down again. Nobody will know. Oh, so you've got blue paint on it now, Dave. No, everybody will know. Oh, it looked just like the doorknob that we used to have, because my dad wasn't very good at painting, so every time he painted it, he didn't take the door furniture off, so it was always covered in a bit of whatever colour paint that was being painted. So there we go. So I think it needs to be about there. I think it's probably best if it's kind of lined up a bit with that. So let's make a hole for it. Oh, it's really, I don't know where to put it. Maybe there. It's going to have to go there now because I've committed. The hole's probably not big enough. There we go. It doesn't look horrible. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look horrible. There we go. We've got door, so it's going to go. It's eventually going to go on here, and we're going to have some nice shiny through things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down to make the tag. Where's the chamfered one? Yep, there we go. Oh, the tag is so big I can't actually grasp it. My hand span is not quite big enough. Oh! Do it this side. Cool. So it's going to go on there. Have that on there. And we're going to have that as like a housey type thing. It's probably hideous and you probably hate it, but hey. Right, I'm going to take my gloves off at the risk of getting everything messy. I'm going to take my gloves off. I've gone off camera for a moment. That's only because I'm trying to find something. I'm sure I had something that would be suitable. I'm being very vague because I don't know what I'm looking for, but I know I'm looking for something. What am I looking for? I know I'm looking for something, but I don't really know what it is. Cha! It's become epic, I realise now. It wasn't epic when I started. I thought, oh, just make a door. Simple. Simples. Ha ha. Don't do anything simple, me. How do I do this? I really don't know. I want to make it authentic, but I don't want to go over the top. Ba-da-ba-dum. Ba-ba-ba-bum. 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 Goodness sake, Dave. No, right. Oh, what are you huffing about? You've got no reason to huff. You are well fed, pampered. You've been sleeping all day. Good boy. Okay, off you go. Off you trot. So, my brain is... I know that nobody knows what I'm doing. Don't worry. I don't know what I'm doing either. So, you know, if I've lost you, I've lost you. That's all that I can do. I'm doing me. So, could do with... I'm not going to be painting anymore, am I? No. That could do with going. Because it's a bit dirty and it needs a clean. Now it's been painted on. Right, so what I was thinking is I could do with something around the door. And I was thinking of maybe having it... This is when it gets all too epic, Dave. You just end up going like crazy and... Crazy for feeling so lonely. Crazy for feeling so alone. Yeah, shut up, Dave. No, you don't have to do all of this, Dave, do you? No, I know you don't, but I'm going to. All right. So, if you wanted to just tune in for like, you know, half an hour, then you're fine. Because I'll still be going on in like 3 hours' time. I guess it's the way my brain is just processing things at this very moment in time. I'm just needing that. I'm needing that time out for a bit. And this is my time out. Spending some time with the people I know and love and trust and all of that. So, all of those good things. All of the good stuff. Right, okay, let's move some of these out of the way. Because they're just in the way. Let's cut this out. I want a frame around the door. This is the problem. This has become so epic. This is how my brain ends up going, oh, you can't just leave it like that, Dave. You've got to make it so it's perfect, so it looks like it actually is a door. So, sorry, folks. So I'm going to Done that wrong. Done it wrong. I've done it wrong. I shouldn't be cutting that down at all, you stupid idiot. I don't like my head. My head is stupid. Anybody want to swap? Stop, swap heads for a bit. How big is this? It's not any size, is it, Dave? How big do we want it to be? That's too little. Let's go 10.5. Oh, that's in centimetres. What's 10.5 centimetres in inches? It's not. Oh, it is. It's 4.25. Does this happen to anybody else? Does anybody else's brain work like this? You can't just do. You start off doing what feels like it might be a small little job, and turns into the most epic thing ever. And then I don't know how long this is. So I don't know what I'm cutting it that way for. I don't know. No, I'm not. No, Dave. Just no. Just no. Stop. Just stop. It's getting too silly now. You're just getting silly, and people are getting bored. So stop. Stop. Stop right now. Thank you very much. Need somebody with a human touch. Hey, you. Always on the. Shh. Gotta slow it down, but shh. I said shh, but it didn't shh, did it? So I've got these supports I'm going to take off now. They were there just there to help the thing stay in place. The crosshair thing. Because we're going to stick it down in a minute. Like that. Yeah, we'll do it like that. So, am I going to do, if I do glossy accents, the problem is I don't have very much. I can have a cracked window because I've got crackle accents. Right, let's try this out. Try it out before I do anything. Get a piece of paper. Let's get some glue and get some pigment, and we're going to make it. Oh, I should have left the thing on, shouldn't I? Just when I get cross with myself, because for me this is fine for me to have a play, but you guys don't want to watch me just mess around doing something that I don't even know what I'm doing, do you? So I want to mix some glue together, but I don't know. Where's the things that did have? You know when you want stuff and it's just not around, and then you get cross with yourself and it doesn't happen. So I need Anita. Right, okay, let's do it on here. So I'm going to put a bit of glue on. I'll say a bit, that looks like a lot. And I'm going to take a bit of, doesn't matter which one we use. Let's glow in the dark green. Let's try the glow. The yellow is the one that I want to use, but I want to see which one works first. Oh, it's sealed. It would be, wouldn't it? So we're going to go everywhere now. And then we're going to get some out with something that I, again, not prepped for. I'm going to get this out, get some out. What's gone on? Oh, it's weird. It feels weird. Feels like it shouldn't be used. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like a chemical that you shouldn't be playing with. don't know how much you need or want. I'm kind of hoping that it mixes well. Well, I'm hoping that I'm not going to get a chemical reaction is one of the big things I'm hoping for on this one. And I can mix it in and it just works. And I'm going to have to spread it on here somehow. It also helps me to know how thick I need it to make it fluoresce, luminesce, or whatever it is. Under duress, that's what I am at the minute. So if I charge that with this thing that it came with, didn't even know that it came with a torch until I opened it. You know when you order these things and you don't actually know what you're getting. You can charge it with this UV light. And it should fluoresce, which is really hard for me to show you because it's... Does it fluoresce? Oh, it does! I can safely say it fluoresces. Okay, so maybe that's the one I want to use because that dries quite shiny, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's do that then. Right. Okay, so we know it works. So we'll put the green away because we don't want it to look like there's aliens at home. We're going to have a yellow light, I think. So that's the yellow one. Just give it a charge. Hopefully you can see. Can you see how? Have a look in there. Can you see? It's fluorescing. I can't tell because I can't see what you can see. So we're going to stick this down and then we'll stick the... What I'm going to do is stick it down and use this. Oh, I've just seen it on the screen. You kind of see what I mean by the fluorescing, but I don't know whether that's going to be too much. It's going to look ridiculous. It's going to look tacky, isn't it? I know, but never mind. You live and you learn, don't you? Well, you don't. We've established this. It doesn't happen. Not in this house. None of that living and learning in my house. You can live and have no hope. So let's get this stuck in here so it's sort of in the middle. Get rid of the silly bits of goo that squeeze out. The gooey glue. Hopefully you won't see those in a minute. So. I know it's like it's really silly, but like this is Dave's brain. I get excited about these things. Like I ordered this, like not knowing what I was going to use it for, and then I sat and thought, what am I going to use it for? And I came up with this. So like it's completely random, off kilter, not really very helpful to anybody. I could do with... How am I going to do this now? The thing is, you have these great ideas and you don't know how to apply it. Right, it's going to be a paintbrush jobby, I think. Try not to fall off your chair. Here's paintbrush, Dave. We'll use this. Okay, so we're going to have to... This is the yellow, so maybe we'll get the yellow out first. We'll put the yellow down. Wow, that's yellow. Wow, that is very yellow. Well, you know what? Should we get this off? Try and get it out of its bottle first. Seal off. Oh, come on. Well, the other seal wasn't sticky. This one is. So this looks like the powder's a lot more powdery. The other one was a bit congealed. I've just thrown the thing on the floor. How much is too much? How much glue are we going to need? I don't know. That might be a bit much, Dave. Oh well, it's definitely going to glow. Let the paintbrush off the floor. And get the glue out. And hopefully we won't get a chemical reaction and I won't explode and take the street out. So a lot of hoping going on here. I'm hoping this is the right thing to do. I was going to paint the circle before I stuck it down, but like now I've stuck it down. So I'm going to have to paint the quadrants. That's very luminous, isn't it? It's very bright. So you'll still get the effect of it being perhaps it should have been white in the background. Oh, I don't know. Is this too late to pull this off? You know, when you do something and you just wish that you'd just thought about it before you do it. That's where I'm currently am. Oh, the things come off now. Please just come off. Please just come off. Please be good. Please just come off. Please come off. I'm going to have to cut another piece of cardboard for the tag because this is just not going to be something I can use again. There we go. Okay, so it looks hideous on the back, but it should be fine on the front. So, like I say, you know, we're having a play. So, like I say, we're having a play. And this cross hair has got to come off, and that's going to go on back on there. It's got a bit of luminous paint on it already. Okay, I need to cut another one of them now. Do I have any more? Do I have some more? Can I get some more if I don't have any more? Where the heck am I gonna get that from? Because I don't know. Oh, I've got a piece here. It's not quite thick enough. It's not as thick as this. Oh, God. Good. What? Ah! Everything. So, I don't know how wide that other piece was. How wide was it? It was that wide, which is no good, Dave. That's not a size. It was that 5.5 wide. Don't stick it in the luminescent paint. Sorry, folks. 10 inches long. It's a very big tag, Dave. I can tell that this is definitely going to be a Brian tag. He'll approve. So what I need is a piece of white paper in the background. White? That's the only colour I don't do. I don't have white paper. What are you talking about, Dave? White paper. Oh, hang on. Got a piece of white paper. Please be wide enough, please be wide enough, please be wide enough, please be wide enough, please be wide enough. Oh, you are wide enough, it's fine. Let's see if it sticks on there. It does, right. So, yeah, that's fine. So do I paint the whole thing first? Probably best, isn't it? Now this is starting to congeal because it's been left and it's... I feel like it needs to be maybe more than one coat. It needs to be more than one coat, and it also needs to not be lumpy. Would be a good thing. Let's let it dry. Don't make it thingy, Dave. Thingy. Don't make it thingy, because, like, you know, it's going to get all articulate now with my words. Don't let it bubble, is what I mean. Oh, stupid boy. One thing not to do is put your finger in it. Oh, put your finger in it now, Dave. Maybe it should have just been paint that I used. Oh, this is not going well, is it? Can't use that. I can't use that. Let's try it in a bit of white paint. Do we have any white paint? Oh, I think we've done this before. I've got stuff, haven't I? But I don't have white paint. Maybe I do it in... What colour does thingy dry? Mod Podge. That's clear, isn't it? Dries clear. Do you like the way I'm talking to you and like I can't hear you? This thing is like, like I've got some nuclear reaction going on in my my room. I've got a really old manky tea towel. You're not allowed to see this. This is not one that's allowed to be on camera, but it's doing the job. So I'm just going to wipe that off. Now it looks like I've got squashed jellyfish on my mat. Now I'm going to rub it. I hope it's non-toxic, because I've got it all over my fingers now. Now it looks like I've got a horrible luminous bogey on the... There we go. Let's try this again. Okay, take two. So those of you that are thinking, oh, that's going to be great when it's like, yeah, then I go and mess it up, don't I? So, sorry, folks. It's just me. It's just a me thing. So, let's paint this with some Mod Podge, but we don't want to put the pigment in the Mod Podge, clearly. Not the right way to go about this, is it, Dave? We want to find something we can put the Mod Podge into that we can, without Dave crying. Dave's on the edge of tears because it's not going right. You know, oh, blimey, I've just bought a new mat and I've got one here. Sorry, talking to myself now. Just having a moment. Just having a moment off camera. Just think good thoughts. Out with anger, in with love. Out with anger, in with love. No, it's all right. I don't need to get the anger out. I'm not angry. I'm just stupid. Right. How about one of these? Can I get the candle out of that? I need to eat some of those little pies You know, when you eat a little pie and it's in its own individual foil case. But this'll do. It's a foil case from a tea light. There's a piece of grass in there. Oh, it's made me jump. Something literally just fell off the shelf behind me. Me jump. Made me jump. Right. Might have gone over the top of the amount on that in there. Oh. Yeah, there's definitely too much in there, Dave. Not painting the Forth Bridge. Just a rondel on a door. That's fine. No, you have to take the lid off, Dave. The cover off. Again, I don't know what the quantity is. It's that much is how much is in there. How much? That much. And now I need another paintbrush. I want one that's less. That one was really stiff and horrible. That one's all right. So I've now got 4 paintbrushes on the go, all of which may never be seen or heard of again when I forget to wash them. This is what I should have used. Why was I so stupid? Why, like, honestly, what on earth, Dave? Killing me softly with his killing me softly with his song, killing me softly. I don't know why killing me softly is in my head. Probably the noxious fumes. They're probably killing me softly. No, it's not. There aren't any fumes. It is a safe pigment. I have checked all of that out first. I'm only kidding when I talk about pigment. So, I just want you to be reassured. I am fine. I didn't sustain a bang on the head when I had my car accident. So I'm going to paint a thin layer, a thin Lizzie. No thin Lizzies, just a thin layer on, and then I'm going to go over it. I'm going to let this dry. Well, not let it dry. We don't let anything dry. We're going to force it to dry. Nothing dries of its own accord around here. Well, I painted the end of my fingernails anyway, so. It's dry enough. It's dry enough. We don't need it to be dry, we just need it to be dry enough. So, put this on this way round. That way then you hopefully gonna look less streaky. I hope this is all worth waiting for. If you are just hanging around, by the way, and you're kind of waiting for me to do something that like is of remote interest to you, can you do me a favour? Can you just give this video a like? Because I do get a lot of views. I get about, on average, each video has around 270 views, of which I get approximately 29 likes is the average. Like, well, not even 29 likes, 29 interactions. That's including all of the dislikes. So, so it just helps. You know, just do it. Don't wait to be asked. Just do it. And if you don't like it, then I'd rather you be watching and signify that you don't like it by putting the thumbs down on it than just sit and watch it. Oh, it's all stuck to me. Maybe enough for one more little coat. A little coat, like the one that Worcester wears when he goes out in the rain. Yes, he has a coat because nobody wants soggy doggy. And anybody that's smelt a soggy doggy will know what I mean. So. Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll take that square with me. It didn't want to leave me. I won't make it. I make the mistake, so you don't have to. Because that's what I'm like. I take one for the team, you know. I don't follow the pack. I do my own thing. So. There we go. Right, give that a dry. Then we should be there. Oh, thanks, Leah. Leah's just liked the video, so she said thank you for saying something. She's just liked it, so cool. Okay, so let's try this again. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I go to the shops, glow in the dark. You know, I always knew I'd taken my gloves off too soon. Let's just move this out of the way. Let's move it all out of the way, Dave. Let's get that out of the way. Right, now then. Oh no, somebody didn't tell me. Uh-oh. Spillage in aisle 3. Oh well, it's, you know, it's moppable. It's moppable, it's fine. It's what we have cloths on around our desk. Put the lid on that, Dave. That will stop that from happening. Clever boy, but see? That's how you do it. Right, where did I put the... There it is. I need to cut my wings off. My bingo wings. No, don't cut them off, Dave. Oh, where's the card? Oh, for goodness sake. Ah. Right, you're just going to have to do it without. Let's follow it. Let's use this. Use this as a... No, Dave, I'm trying to do a terrible jigsaw now. One of those mind puzzles. Which way round does that go? That way round. There we go. Flip it over. Spin it round. Da da da. Off. There we go. Cool. Should we try this again? Take 2. I'm going to stick this on the back of the door first, I think. That might be the best thing to do. Problem with the glue is it's too good when you get it out, because look how well it stuck this door down before I had to peel it all back up again. No, we want it face down, Dave. Give it a fighting chance, come on. Okay, now we can stick this down. Try again. Oh, Dave, come on. That's definitely wider than the other tag was. Never mind. Is that straight? No. Why is that straight? How is that straight, Dave? That's straight. More straight. Well, more straight than it was. Stick it down, stick it down. Put the crosshair in. No, way too much on there. Way too much. Dab off. Dab it off. Put that back in there. There we go. Cool. Okay, so let's just reassemble the room a bit. I didn't just chuck them on the floor. Well, I do promise you, I did chuck them back in that tub to from whence they came. Okay, so this is the thing. Now I'm wondering if I can show you the luminescence. If I turn the big light off. Oh, that's Mavis just fallen over, by the way, the brick. So this is all a bit sticky now. Over there, over there. Let's see if we can get this to. Now I'll finish the tag off. That's not straight, Dave. I might have to straighten the tag. The tag might be straight, but I don't think the door definitely isn't. No, that's... How did you manage to stick that on there? That line must be wonky, that's why. I can't leave it, I'm going to have to do it. Sorry, folks. I just can't leave it. It's so terrible. How did I get that? So I lined it up with the bottom bit, that's why. And I think the bottom edge was wonky. No, well, that was the bit that I cut, wasn't it? The bottom edge, so... Bound to be wonky if I cut it. It's all gone wrong today, maybe it's going to be one of those, you've got to have three, everything comes in threes type situation. I can't do that now, can I? Cause no, can't do that, Dave. I'm just going to have to try and get it. It's similar, it's not perfect. That'll do. Let's look at that top edge isn't straight now. Oh, come on. I'll just get all of the rulers out, shall I, today? That one. Oh, tiny one. Another one. Blimey, how many rulers have you got, Dave? How many rulers? That's the one you were using. Right. Here, let's make this. There we go. Okay, so we had to cut the tag down around the thing because it wasn't straight, but never mind. And I'm going to probably going to finish it off. I'm going to put a wreath on it. I'm going to do all sorts of different things. So when you see it next, it may well be different. Okay, but what I wanted to try and do is charge it. No, you have to hold it, I would say. And I was hoping what you'll be able to do is if I charge this up and then turn the light off, which is a feat in itself because the light switch is behind everything, hopefully you'll be able to see the glow. There you go. That's. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see anything now. Oh, I can't even see the camera. Hang on. Just bear with me a minute, folks. The lights have gone out. Hang on. There we go. Couldn't find the light switch. A stupid thing to do is like take your hand off it after you've done it. So, yay! I can see. Oh, I can see all of the other colours here glowing in the and that, and there's obviously a bit of paint there. So there we go. That's what it looks like. So that's finally got there. Sorry about that. I'm going to make a little wreath. I'm probably going to use the Cricut and cut out something, a nice little wreath or something to go on the door, and I don't know, decorate round the edge or something. And that's going to be a big tag for one of Brian's presents. So a lot of effort for very little gain. I realise, but you know, you can do it a lot more straightforward than I could. So because I was learning as I went. So there we go. And I probably found my door die. You see, door die. Use Mod Podge now. I know that dries clear. Just my brain just did not process that. That dries clear, Dave. Why were you looking for anything else? Yeah. So let's put my lid back in me glue. I'm going to go and walk the dog now and have a chill out, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to probably film another thing for the boho journal. I've got boho stuff to do, so and I'm going to have a drink of water, which, as you may have noticed, I've been doing this for a couple of hours now and I haven't had a drink all this time, so I'm going to have myself a drink. So, and that's it. So thank you very much for spending some time with me. Thank you for, you know, helping me process the insanity of Friday and just generally allowing me to be insane while I'm doing that. So, anyway, that's it. So I will show you this when I've finished it, before I put it on the stuff. I'll show you all the tags that I've been making at that point. But anyway, that's it for now. So thanks very much for watching. My name's Dasher Dave. Don't forget to give this a like, a thumbs up, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. So remember, I love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. I'll see you all. Take care. You all have a lovely morning, evening, afternoon, or whatever time it is with you. And I will be back in the next video. See you then. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Stop. How do I stop? Stoppy stop. Stop.